Alright, so here's the thing. As you know, with the whole Drake Pusha T situation, it's looking like Drake is putting out memos explaining the blackface art that was put out by Pusha T, along with the track and different comments. This whole situation is being handled horribly, and the fact that we don't have a response yet from this, which was convincingly more strong than Drake's diss, is not looking good for Drake. It's looking like to me that Drake is losing, and he knows he's losing. Dude, his dad got involved in the whole beef by he mentioned because Wendy Williams, you know, she always gossips and shit. So basically, she said something about the whole situation, and she was talking about the father's mustache looked retarded and shit. Just a lot of, like, you know, Wendy Williams typical back and forth shit. The father got involved and said that she looks like a transvestite. The whole shit is spewing out of control. Meanwhile, Drake is explaining the blackface. Instead of getting back in the studio and doing another track, dude's explaining the blackface photo. That right there, without a track to rebuttal that shit, that is a bad look. Like, dude, I will give Drake, today's Thursday, okay? I think that this came out, I think Tuesday or some shit, maybe Wednesday. I will give Drake until Friday to say something about this shit. And the problem with the situation is, Pusha T is very methodical. Any person in the trap game, they have to be methodical, and they have to be like 5 steps ahead, because if you think about the trap game, if you don't stay ahead, you either get locked up or you get shot, for real. Like, you gotta think like 5 steps ahead of the competition, of the police, everybody. So with that mentality, it would seem to me that Pusha T already has probably another track ready for Drake and some other personal stuff. I don't know if Drake is really willing. Again, I said this in the last video. It depends on how far Drake's willing to go. Like, he has to be willing to lose more to gain the W. But at this point, would losing more to gain this W be worth it? I'm personally gonna say no, because he's already lost a lot. So him winning this battle might not be worth the extra dirt being thrown out there in the open. And if Pusha T was really, he really could Drake him. Like, he could back him at this point, even if he doesn't respond, and put the dirt out there anyway. Like, he's completely at the mercy of Pusha T right now. Unless he has the only thing that's gonna pull him out of this is if he has some kind of documents and some kind of like forms or some shit, like government forms about Pusha T being a snitch and getting all Pusha T's homeboys that trap locked up and shit. That is like literally the only thing that's gonna get him out of it, or some other crazy shit that's gonna get him out of this battle. Because the way it's looking right now, Drake is about to take that L. And the thing about taking L's in a rap battle when you're famous is every loss you take, you lose some fans. You might not lose all your fans, but you lose some fans. So with that said, man, Drake's next move either should be, he needs to come back with something twice as hard, but then he's gonna have to hear some shit even harder than that and has to be ready to rebuttal. Or my man needs to throw in a motherfucking towel, because he might have bit off more than he can chew with this shit. And honestly, I was thinking, my allergies are killing me, it's some spring shit. But yo, I was honestly thinking that Pusha T was not gonna be able to mess with you, because like, yo, there's Drake. Again, I will comment on the skill level difference. There's a disparity in skill level in this battle. Drake is convincingly nicer than Pusha T. Like, his delivery, his flow, his rhyme schemes, patterns, timing, beat writing, cadence, everything is like substantially better than Pusha T's. But the thing about a battle is, that shit doesn't win battles. Like, yo, punchlines win battles. So to win a battle, you literally have to shit on your opponent. To do that, you have to have punchlines. And punchlines can be anything from shit that's funny. It could be some shock and awe shit like, yo, you did this on such and such date, and here's the footage of you being a fuckboy. And then the shit comes out that you were being a fuckboy, and you get outed. Like, this is how you win battles. You can use arbitrary punchlines, but I don't think you can win a wax battle with a majority of arbitrary punchlines. The thing about wax battles are they're not spontaneous. They're actually calculated. So therefore, your next hits or moves that you put in the track, they literally have to be like devastating. Like, that has to be personal shit and shit you can't rebuttal without having to take in mind that shit needs to be substantially better than what that dude just said to you. That's the thing about like wax rap battles. If you look at any of the rap battles in history, like, man, the Jay-Z and Nas shit even, I mean, that shit was like, I remember when that shit happened. I think that shit was like 2001. When that shit happened, I was in like 10th or 11th grade. I can't remember, but yo, I remember Ether was getting played on the radio all day and night during the rap attack at night, man. I remember I left my radio on overnight by accident, and I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. They were playing Ether. I was like, holy shit. Like, yo. They were playing Takeover by Jay-Z. They were playing the Super Ugly by Jay-Z. Like, those rap battles, they would rebuttal some shit, but they would come back nastier, yo. So that's something that he has to really be prepared for, man. He's got to be ready to bring it, because Pusha T's not playing a game with this motherfucker. He's trying to take him out the game, so who knows what's gonna happen with this shit. But Drake's got till tomorrow until I declare him a loser by this shit, because I'm not seeing a W right now. But hey, who knows? He might know some shit I don't. Hollywood dudes got access, and they got money to slip in pockets to get info. As long as you got that money to slip in pockets to get info you need, ain't really no limit to what you could possibly know. So hey, who knows, man? So let's see what's up. Holler at you later. Peace.